Harlem dropped and stopped Timo Schwarzkopf in your Brighton homecoming. Happy?
Very happy. He's a solid contender. He's fought on the world stage. He's fought guys that have, arguably achieved undisputed and not stopped him. So that's a big statement in the division. My legs were cramping up from round 6. I'm done at 140 now. It's 147 now. That was evident in the ring. My legs were seizing up. I had to get Charlie, my coach, to massage them out in between the rounds to keep moving in there. But I came through it. I found a way, and I took him out.
Was there some relief there in the stoppage game because he was having some success just before, and then you pulled out that right hand out of the bag?
Well, I think when he opened up, he was also leaving gaps for me to connect as well. So I felt in control most of the fight. He had his spells, but I dropped him early and found a way to take him out late, and he doesn't get taken out. So I think that's a big statement.
So 147 next. What's the plan? What's the plan in a new division for you? Because you're making great strides at 140. Just leaving that behind and going up one.
Just leaving that behind. No, it's not just leaving that behind. 140 is a weight where he's walking around as a matchstick and having to rehydrate, and he doesn't have the time. No, it was the wrong weight. He's 147. And that's what Conor has to know. He's 147, and weights fight the same weights. You don't fight someone 8 pounds above you or 16 pounds above you. 147. Conor, 147. You can go back to your conversation now, but that's the fight. Not more need forget Sir Dreadlocks.
When your impressive recent rise was first happening in Harlem, I came down to Brighton for an interview with you. It was just not long after Sebastian had passed, and we talked about how close you were, your martial arts love, and how do you think he'd be feeling after seeing you do that tonight in your hometown?
Very proud. He'd be the first one in there celebrating with me, and it's moments like these, I miss him most because I know his energy, I feel it close, and I know he'd be here, more happy than me to get this victory in that fashion. So it's an emotional time, but I'm proud, and that one's for him and my dad Simon.
When I saw you at the start of this, it was the end of September, and you said that having a fight date, having a routine was helping you handle the loss of your dad. Was there times when it wasn't a good distraction? Was there times where you did struggle to do a full camp with what you've suffered?
I think it's always a challenge. It's nothing that you can do. You can say you've dealt with it, you've overcome it, and it's helped you. It's an everyday challenge, something you face every day and try and overcome, and try and use to fuel you. And I just hope that I do both of them proud. They were both big supporters of me, and I'm just happy that I could do them proud tonight, and this one tonight's a big celebration for them.
How was it out there back in Brighton ahead of a fight like that? With everything that you've been through over the last couple of years.
Special, packed out venue, the Brighton Centre. 32 years on from when my uncle fought here. It's a special moment. I said in all the interviews before, it felt like the stars were aligning, and I knew whatever happened in there tonight, it was going to be my night. Any point in the fight, I knew I'm going to come out on top, and that's what happened. Got the stoppage in stunning fashion, and now we can go on to 147 and make a statement in the division.
Make a statement with who?
Mr. Benn.
Yeah, is there a certain sense of stars aligning with the Ben name as well for you? You talk about stars aligning here and everything, and now a Ben kind of comes into the picture for you.
I think so. He won't like it because pulling guys out of retirement seems to be the trend, but he hasn't fought a guy like Timo. A guy's coming off back-to-back wins against credible opposition. I'm the WBO global champion. And I'm ready to dance.
And that dancing is absolutely stunning. Yeah, and it was, look, to get down to 140 when you walk around at 160. So for him to perform like that, and now with me in the camp, you better watch out, Dreadlocks, because we are come for you. We are the terror. Yeah.
Your uncle's chin is one of the most famous in British boxing. Chris Jr. certainly proved his for almost all of his career. Did you always know that there was a genetic chin there for you? Probably the first time you've seen it caught, even very early on, there was a big right hand that looped in that, you know, no wobbly legs from shots, it didn't seem.
And it's spirit, you know. We have the spirit to fight, regardless what's coming at you. And we have that spirit in us.
That's right. Let me elaborate on that. So, yes, Conor, you'll be fighting a spirit, not an avatar. Yeah, you look at the avatar and you ain't even got a chance. And the spirit you know because I know you've got it too. But your avatar isn't better than his when it comes to stylistic moves and quick shots. Yeah, it's going to be a fight of the spirits. And he's going to come through because you're being led the wrong way. And I commend you for following your father. But you're following him into hell, Dreadlocks. You are. But I admire that because it's the fifth commandment. We live in the spirit world too, you see. I know you do. You talk about the church, you talk about the Lord. I know you know how to walk straight. That's why I know you didn't get involved in any juicing. You don't know what happened to you. Just like you said on Piers Morgan. I don't know what happened. I recognize you. You're not a thief, you're not a liar. Why? Because thieves and liars never walk into the light. The innocents do, which is exactly what you are. You walked into the light. That proved your innocence. Check who would have done this to you. Okay? Speak to me. Okay? I've always admired you. Speak to me. This is the man to fight. Yeah. We may play a little bit in terms of our language, but we're very serious. We're very serious to say, well, look, if you beat the gold here, you know, I will commend you for it, as I've commended people who have beaten me in my career. But it's the correct fight. It isn't 160. You can't be fighting someone who is 16 pounds heavier than you. You are not a middleweight. You are not a 154-pound fighter, as proven in your last contest. Yeah.
Harlem, how realistic do you think the Conor Benn fight is? Do you think it's a fight that he will want?
I think it's a fight he'll run from. I think it's a fight he's actively tried to run from for a long time. And it's a fight that's knocking on his door now. 147 pounds. That's where we're at. And I'm the WBO global champion.
Global champion, Dreadlocks. Global.
Come see me.
Come see me now, Dreadlocks. Come see we. Come see we.
When your family predecessors have hit the big time and won big fights, we've seen 2-ton trucks and Chris's McLarens turn up at the gym. Is there anything you're going to treat yourself to, or we're going to see you on?
Let's see. I like the Harley, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm focused on doing the business in the ring, and that's what takes the lead for me.
Oh, that's such a beautiful statement. I can work with you. This is so enjoyable. I mean, the conversations that we've had, the fun that we've had. But listening to you talking about the fact that you're not interested in bling and cars, you're talking to a man who has heart. Do you understand? He's working with his heart, not his surface mind. Surface mind is greedy. Surface mind is give me money. He's talking about 11 years studying to do this, to get this belt. And let me tell you something else. The best fight, they say, ever seen in the British boxing ring is me and Nigel Benn. That goes back from 1909. Everyone rubbished the WBO. But I made it the best in the world of all of them. Why? Because I'm the king. Well, sorry, I can't. I'm only telling you the truth. I'm the king. And I'm now looking after the prince. And many of them gold. And this is the gold.
Rightly or wrongly, Harlem, a lot of current boxing is all about talking big, doing silly things at press conferences, and you seem to eschew that completely. Is it going to be really helpful having such a showman, such a big name, to be able to do your talking for you when you don't really need to?
Tell him the truth.
He understands boxing. This is real to me. This is a blood sport, and You know, I go in there, I take it seriously. The talk is cheap. We're here to do the business.
Oh, hold on. Talk is cheap when you're talking about the guys who run the circus. The talk, what I have, enables him to do what he studied, to fight. He doesn't want to talk. I don't mind talking, and the people don't seem to mind me talking because I talk sense. It's common sense where the boxing is concerned. When you hear a guy yapping and shouting people down and using bad language, it's bluster. This is the real deal. How do you know? Because I'm backing him. I put my reputation behind him. And that is everything, and no one can come close to that. Hey, I didn't put myself at the front of that bus. The bus, which is the 4 buses of National Treasures, arguably the most important celebratory event in the history of this country. The Queen put me at the front and center. Mr. Cliff Richard was to my left, and the beautiful and wonderful voice, Catherine Jenkins, was to my right. How did I get there? I didn't put myself there. The Queen put me there. I'm the king. I'm the silent king. She made me the silent king. And I say, as the silent king, this is the prince. And you can't touch him. Look, I'm there with him. Excuse me, because I'm with him. And I'm going to stay with him. And you can't do nothing, dreadlocks. You can't do nothing, just look on. What do they say in gambling? Read and weep. We have the flush. See ya?
Great way to end it.